The privatisation of its electricity network was to be a huge moneymaker for the Australian state of New South Wales. That the two big bidders were Chinese wasn't expected to be an issue until last week, when Australia's Foreign Investment and Review Board blocked the bids by China's State Grid and the Hong Kong-based group Cheung Kong for security reasons. The bidders had a week to appeal. This Friday is their deadline, but it seems unlikely Australia's position will change. For China, it's embarrassing, and there's anger.
Australia says it welcomes Chinese investment, but its actions tell a different story. This kind of decision is clearly protectionist and seriously hurts the enthusiasm from Chinese companies to invest in Australia.
Of course, there'll be direct losses in the short term and possible losses in the future.
Australia's government denies it's protectionist. It says the decision is entirely about security concerns too sensitive to disclose.
We will not compromise on national security implications, and I don't think the Australian people would expect us to.
But one former politician questions why Chinese companies which were approved to invest in Australian infrastructure a few months ago are now being blocked.
Well, what's changed since December? You've had a federal election result, July the 2nd, which saw economic populists, people opposed to foreign investment, gain power in the Senate and also in the lower house, in the House of Representatives, where the Turnbull government has got only a one-seat majority.
Tensions with Beijing have risen in recent months over Australian criticism of China's claims in the South China Sea and suspicions that Chinese hackers have targeted Australian interests. For China, this is about more than a few electricity distribution stations in Sydney. The changing attitude towards its money is becoming familiar. Last month, it was the United Kingdom that delayed a decision approving a nuclear power plant over security concerns to do with its Chinese investor. More controversial decisions can be expected.
Within this decade, China became the largest exporter for the credit globally. I think this kind of issue would flare up internationally. It doesn't matter whether it's Toronto, Auckland, London, Sydney, on many fronts.
As China's economic power grows, so will international scrutiny of it. Andrew Thomas, Al Jazeera, Sydney.